And now, your Midday Ark-La-Miss news update.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Hunter Leese with your Midday Ark-La-Miss update. Questions are rising about how safe the helicopter was that two Baton Rouge police officers died in after it crashed over the weekend. According to FAA data, the helicopter used in the pursuit was a Robinson R-44. An attorney representing several families who've lost loved ones in similar accidents says he's not sure that the Robinson model is the best for police work.
We see more accidents with Robinson helicopters on a per hour basis than we do some of the other helicopters. It's designed to be as lightweight as possible, meaning all of the structure is thin metal. It uses a piston engine, which is less reliable.
BRPD has put a moratorium on late-night flights while the policy and procedural practices are still under review for the best practices. Meanwhile, investigators with the National Transportation and Safety Board were at the scene of the fatal crash. They're investigating communications between dispatch and air traffic control. They expect to be done later this week, and a preliminary report will be released 2 to 3 weeks later. The investigation is expected to look into 3 broad areas: the pilot operating environment and the aircraft itself. The final investigation could take 12 to 24 months to complete. In health news, March is National Colon Awareness Month, and the American Cancer Society recently changed its recommendation for first-time colon cancer screenings. NBC 10's Scarlett Gully spoke to a colon cancer survivor and shares more.
The National Cancer Institute estimates more than 50,000 lives will be lost due to colorectal cancer in 2023. Well, doctors at the Medical Center of South Arkansas say there's been an uptick in this type of cancer among younger adults.
The American Cancer Society now recommends the age of 45 is when we should really start screening for colon cancer. We recommend doing screenings to prevent the cancer entirely.
Veronica Creer knew at some point she would have to have a colonoscopy simply based on her family's history with cancer. But like many others, she prolonged that screening until her mid-40s after a large blockage formed.
It was actually in stage 2 colon cancer. Told me that they were going to get everything around that mass that he said had been probably building for about 10 years. So if I had done it when I was supposed to, they would have found it then. As a survivor of any type of cancer, it's so important to make people aware not only of the symptoms and the treatments, but to make sure that people know where to go and who to talk to.
While it is one of the most common forms of cancer, it's also highly preventable and treatable if screenings are done regularly.
Colonoscopies, historically everyone is afraid of and has a stigma to them, but there are other ways of doing screening. There are stool samples you can send in from home and other methods that allow you to not have to go through the procedure initially, but can still screen you from a risk of colon cancer.
Reporting in El Dorado for your Ark-La-Miss news source, I'm Scarlett Gully.
And now, Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Trey Tonneson.
Well, a day closely resembling yesterday, and that's certainly not a bad thing, as yesterday we saw mostly sunny to clear skies throughout the afternoon, temperatures into the lower 70s, and today will be pretty much a mirror image of that. However, the good news is we'll start the day a little bit clearer than we did yesterday, meaning you'll get to see more of that blue sky for longer, as well as a longer batch of sunshine. But into the afternoon hours, sunshine continues. Those winds have shifted to the east, but only about 5 to 10 miles per hour today. But as we continue into the evening, still mostly clear, so we're going to get down into the lower 50s for overnight lows. Still not bad at all with stability sticking around, but on into Friday, stability is going to be what we lose, as the unstable atmosphere will be monitored for severe weather development across the south and east. Mainly for our area, our eyes are to the northern parishes and northern counties, as that severe risk is more located for most of Arkansas. But should it shift a little bit, some of our area could definitely see severe potential. It's that time of year where severe potential is certainly a possibility throughout the weekly periods, and most weeks are going to see a storm or two throughout the week. But overall, still a little bit early to pinpoint exact locations and time periods on into Friday, but overall your week looks decently dry.
That's it for your midday update. NBC News Daily continues.